differences in matters BBI in the Nyanza region. What is your take on this?
I don't want to say that there are differences over the BBI in the Nyanza region per se. There are different opinions being advanced by different people over the BBI from all over the country, not just Nyanza region. Yes.
When you say there are different opinions, are these different opinions coming from your party leader, Raila Odinga, or the people surrounding him?
You know, let me say this. We belong to a political party called the ODM. And in ODM, which as you know is a movement of no mean repute, we have one leader. One and only one leader. And that is Raila Amolo Odinga. And our party leader has given us direction. Of course, after consultations, appropriate consultations. Okay? He has given us direction concerning the matter of the BBI. And these instructions are clear, very, very clear, that where we have reached in this process of constitutional changes, we need to support the BBI Bill as it is. We need to rally our members to vote yes for the BBI Bill, both in Parliament and eventually at the referendum. That is very clear instruction. And he has done it not once, not twice, not thrice, very many times. So, as a disciplined and loyal member of the movement, I am under an obligation to abide by the position that the party has taken. And the party communicates its position through its leadership. And the leader in ODM, I've said, is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. So that is the point of departure between some of us and our other colleagues. Yes. You know, there's a difference between advising and decision-making. Okay? Leaders of all walks of life take advice from all sorts of people, of course. Okay? But ultimately, the decision-making rests with them. Okay? I am not competent enough to suggest to you that I know how many people advise the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga or who they are. That I would be lying. But I know that Raila Amolo Odinga has, over the years, exercised his judgment in making decisions that have seen us this far. Not only as a community, but as a country called Kenya. And we have got no reason whatsoever to second-guess him on any single issue. And therefore, we take great exception to attempts by any person to second-guess our leader. So regardless of who you are or where you are, the moment we sense that you are trying to second-guess our leader.
As it is today, we can't say that Nyanza region or Luo Nation is speaking in one voice pertaining this matter.
I have said that there are people who have taken a contrary position to that of the party leader, not only in Luo Nyanza, but all over the country. Yes.
In this case, we are focusing on Luo Nyanza.
Yes, yes. This also happens in Luo Nyanza, I'm sure. Yeah, but that is none of our concern. Yes, our concern is that even as you advance your contrary opinion to that of the party and the party leader, please know that that is your personal opinion. Yes, and don't bring confusion. Okay? Yes, my message is only one. Let me tell you, Liz. Regardless of all these shenanigans, it is my duty I consider it as my duty, primary duty in fact, and responsibility to defend and protect my party leader, who also happens to be the leader of my community. That there is no doubt about it. And on that, there is no negotiation. Okay? So if by so doing, you feel offended, then sorry, very sorry indeed.
Are we likely to see you and other leaders of like-minded advance your agenda to Raila Odinga if this continues, if this advances?
We are in constant touch and consultation with our party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Indeed, it is an obligation on our part that we consult him regularly on issues which are pertinent, not only to our party but to the country. And therefore, these issues I'm advancing, the views I'm advancing here are views which I would share with him freely and any time, for that matter. Yes.
Some will feel like maybe the ODM and opposition at large was shortchanged in matters BBI, because maybe they didn't get whatever was required, and that's why some of the leaders from that region want amendment to the report.
Let me tell you this. First of all, the BBI is a brainchild of two individuals. That is President Uhuru Kenyatta and His Excellency Raila Odinga. From the handshake. And you all know that subsequent to the handshake, a BBI task force was formed with a full-fledged secretariat, okay, to distill the issues which were contained in the MOU, the handshake, the 9-point agenda, okay, and proffer suggestions or recommendations on how these issues can be condensed, okay, into policy proposals, including amendment bills, such as the one we are discussing now. And the people gave their views in public, really. And those views were condensed further, okay, into what we have currently. So this idea of shortchanging is coming from where? And who has shortchanged who? And on what? Okay? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Yes. But was there some agreement somewhere that you know of that was supposed that we in ODM or we as the Luo were supposed to get this or that in this handshake or BBI? If you know of. Personally, I don't know of any. Yes.
Remember, ODM party had made its recommendation.
We have got more than 42 million Kenyans, it? Out of whom I think about 40% could be over 18 years. I'm not very sure with the statistics. Each and every one of these adult Kenyans, if you had the time to ask them, they will tell you that there are things they would have wanted to be incorporated in the BBI Bill. But they are not there. And I'm one of them. And I'm one of those people who would have wished that some things are captured in the BBI Bill. And they are not there. Equally, all these Kenyans, if you ask them again, honestly, they'll tell you that there are things which are in the BBI Bill which they would have wished not to be included. But they are there. I'm also one of those Kenyans. But then what do? It is the spirit of give and take. Constitution making is all about negotiations. Give and take. We cannot afford to throw the baby with the bathtub, please. That would be reckless.
So as it is
okay?
Today, yeah.
So what we are saying is this. In totality, the benefits in the BBI bill, in our own view, far much outweigh any possible losses or negative things. And therefore, as pragmatic people, we take it, move forward with it, okay? As we wait for some other time in future to advance those other issues that are left out.
So as it is, the Nyanza region and ODM party has nothing to complain about, the majority of you.
You know, I have told you that there's no single person or region that I can say is 100% satisfied with the BBI Bill. Because there are aspects which are good to them and aspects which are not good to them. So in that spirit, we can't say that there is a region which is totally happy or totally annoyed, as it were. Yes, we must appreciate that this is a document for all Kenyans. And it's not easy to carry the aspirations, the feelings, the wishes, the interests of 40 million plus people in a document. That would be miraculous. Yes.
So what is likely to happen to the Nyanza region way forward?
Nyanza region is part of Kenya, really, as you know. Yes, we are very pragmatic people. Yes, we are going to play our role as we have been doing before in the building of this nation, okay? Within the BBI framework, okay? Within the BBI framework. Remember, the BBI lives on, even beyond the referendum. You must appreciate. Yes, because the issues that affect this country will not be solved simply because we have changed the constitution. Yes, we must work on all those other aspects that are beyond the constitution, okay? And that's why we must appreciate the statesmanship that has been demonstrated by both Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta. Yes, but as a community, we remain united under one leader, Raila Odinga.
Any other leader?
If you want to challenge his leadership, we disagree with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is what I
No doubt about that, yeah.